AITA for refusing to pay for my neighbor Karen's damages after she stole my package and got hurt. Hi, Reddit. This is going to be a wild ride, so bear with me. I, 28M, live in a suburban neighborhood that's generally quiet and friendly, except for one person, Karen. She's in her late 40s, lives 2 houses down, and has made it her life's mission to be the self-appointed neighborhood watch. Except instead of protecting the neighborhood, she just complains about everything and everyone. Karen has always had an issue with me, for reasons I don't fully understand. Maybe it's because I'm younger and single, or maybe it's because I don't mow my lawn every 3 days like she does. Who knows? Over the past year, she's made several petty complaints about me to the HOA, things like my car being too loud, it's a standard sedan, my recycling bin being too full, or my porch lights being too bright. None of these complaints ever went anywhere because they were ridiculous, but that hasn't stopped her from trying. The real drama started about 2 weeks ago when I ordered a brand new gaming PC. I'd been saving up for this for over a year, and it was a big deal for me. The PC was delivered while I was at work, so the delivery company left it on my front porch. When I got home, the package was gone. At first, I thought it had been stolen by some random porch pirate, which was devastating. But then one of my other neighbors, Sarah, who lives across the street, told me she saw Karen walking off with a large package from my porch earlier that day. Sarah even took a picture because she thought it was odd, Karen was carrying the box into her house. I was furious, but decided to handle this calmly. I went over to Karen's house and politely asked if she had taken a package from my porch by mistake. She immediately got defensive and said she didn't know what I was talking about. When I mentioned that Sarah had seen her and even had a photo, Karen changed her story and claimed she thought it was trash that needed to be disposed of. Trash? A brand new gaming PC in its original packaging? Yeah, right. I demanded she return the package immediately. She huffed and said she'd look for it, then slammed the door in my face. A few minutes later, she came back with the box, but here's where things get even worse. The box had been opened, and the PC inside was completely destroyed. It looked like someone had taken a hammer to it. I asked her what happened, and she claimed it fell down the stairs while she was trying to bring it back. At this point, I'd had enough. I told her I'd be filing a police report for theft and destruction of property. She freaked out and started yelling about how I was being dramatic and that it was just an accident. I went home and called the non-emergency police line to report what happened. An officer came by later that evening to take my statement, and I showed him Sarah's photo as well as the damaged PC. They went over to Karen's house to talk to her, but apparently, during their conversation, Karen slipped on her front steps, which were icy, and twisted her ankle badly enough that she had to be taken to the hospital. Now here's where things get even crazier. Karen is trying to blame me for her injury. She claims that if I hadn't harassed her about the package, she wouldn't have gone outside in the first place and wouldn't have fallen. She's demanding that I pay her medical bills because this whole thing is my fault. She even got some of our neighbors involved, mostly her friends, and they're saying that while Karen was wrong to take my package, I shouldn't have involved the police because it escalated things unnecessarily. One of them said I should have just let it go since accidents happen and Karen didn't mean any harm. But here's the thing, that PC cost me over $2,000. It wasn't just some random trinket, it was something I worked hard for and saved up for over a long time. And even if Karen didn't mean to destroy it, which honestly feels like a stretch, she still stole it from my porch in the first place. How is any of this my fault? The good news is that Sarah has been super supportive through all of this. She gave me copies of the photos she took as evidence and even offered to testify if needed. The police are currently investigating, and Karen could potentially face charges for theft and property damage. As for her medical bills? Yeah, there's no way I'm paying those. But now some of our mutual neighbors are calling me heartless for not helping out when Karen is injured. So Reddit. AITA? Update. Wow, thank you all for your responses. The overwhelming support has really helped me feel more confident about standing my ground. Here's what happened since my original post. The police completed their investigation, and Karen has officially been charged with theft and vandalism. Apparently, this isn't her first run-in with the law. She has a history of similar behavior in other neighborhoods before moving here. Why am I not surprised? She'll likely have to pay restitution for the cost of the PC as part of her sentencing. As for her injury? Her insurance is covering most of her medical bills anyway, so all those neighbors who were guilt-tripping me can relax now. Sarah also organized a little neighborhood get-together last weekend where several people apologized for siding with Karen initially after hearing more details about what happened. Karen has been keeping a very low profile since all of this went down. Her husband even stopped by to apologize on her behalf. He seemed genuinely embarrassed. Honestly, I feel like justice has been served.